The file you are about to hear has been thoroughly scrutinized by the Ethics Committee and approved by the O5 Council for release to trusted associates of the Foundation. This is SCP Unredacted. Item number SCP-6832. Object class neutralized. Special containment procedures. As SCP-6832 is neutralized, no containment procedures are necessary. Description: SCP-6832 was a phenomenon involving the spontaneous manifestation of house ants, Tapenoma sessile, on meals in the Site-55 cafeteria. Manifestations occurred when subjects were distracted or otherwise not paying attention to their current meal. The ants produced by the anomaly, hereafter referred to as SCP-6832-1, followed pheromone trails that appeared to lead off the edge of the surface before vanishing at the precipice. -1 instances that followed this trail to the end would then teleport to an unknown location, typically carrying an amount of food taken from the meal they manifested on. -1 have not manifested in any location other than the Site-55 cafeteria, despite multiple attempts at prompting their appearance in other locations. The anomaly first manifested on 31 June 2020 in the meal of Dr. Blank, Monterey Chicken, when his attention was called away from his food by Dr. Weddle slipping on the recently cleaned cafeteria floor. By the time Dr. Blank returned his attention to his meal, -1 instances were moving toward the edge of the table and disappearing, causing him to suspect the presence of a new anomaly. The resident Anomalous Entomology Department lead, Dr. Morrison, was informed, and the anomaly was classified shortly after.
Addendum 6832-A.
The following is an abridged log of anomalous manifestations and attempts at manifesting the anomaly. Affected individual, D1221. Meal, Nutriloaf. Notes: D1221's attention was drawn away from his meal while being informed of the purpose of the experiment. The anomaly failed to manifest. The current theory on proper manifestation is that the anomaly will only manifest with individuals who are not aware of the anomaly's nature. Affected individual, D09534. Meal, Nutriloaf. Notes: the anomaly failed to manifest. The current theory on proper manifestation is that the anomaly will only manifest with individuals who are eating proper food and not Foundation-issued meal replacements. Affected individual, Dr. J. Everwood. Meal, grilled chicken with black beans and rice. Notes: this is the first recorded manifestation of the anomaly under new procedures. -1 instances were noted to prefer taking pieces of the black beans rather than the chicken. Affected individual, Director D. Ashworth. Meal, Rizal. Notes: -1 manifested in the broth and 95% of recorded instances drowned. Ashworth's attention was returned to his meal before he could be alerted to its contaminated nature, and he was able to eat a spoonful before being informed. Director Ashworth proceeded to vomit and subsequently express outrage at being utilized for an experiment without his consent. Despite being informed of the nature of the anomaly, Ashworth remained irate for the duration of his stay at Site-55. Director Ashworth did not exhibit any negative traits as a result of consuming the anomaly. Affected individual, Dr. J. Sumerian. Meal, pimento cheese sandwich. Notes: Dr. Sumerian picked the -1 instances off of his sandwich and ate it, claiming, "It's a perfectly good sandwich. I'm not wasting it." Affected individual, researcher J. Waltzer. Meal, cinnamon rolls. Notes: -1 instances were observed to take Walter's cinnamon rolls in record time, 7 minutes, 53 seconds prior to all instances disappearing. It is believed that, like house ants, -1 has an affinity for sweet foods.
Addendum 6832-B.
Following the manifestation on researcher Walter's meal, the anomaly failed to further manifest. Upon consultation, Dr. Morrison stated that cinnamon is toxic to ants. Due to the evident self-neutralization, further research into the anomaly has been deemed impossible. Thank you for listening. If you like what you hear, join my Discord community, hire me on Fiverr, or help support me by becoming a patron for as little as $3 a month. Regardless of tier, all patrons get early access to every single episode. The links are in the description. I don't have the talent it takes to write a skip. All I do is read. Original authors make this podcast possible, so credit to the original author. Their link's in the description. Show them some love as well. Consider becoming a member of the SCP Wiki. Upvote their work, and maybe write a skip of your own. Maybe I'll read it here someday. You never know if you never try. The content of this podcast and content relating to the SCP Foundation, including the SCP Foundation logo, is licensed under Creative Commons Sharealike 3.0, and all concepts originate from scpwiki.com and its authors. This recording, being derived from this content, is hereby also released under Creative Commons Sharealike 3.0.